Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Now, second most important feature is elections offer a choice and fair opportunity to the people to change the current rulers. Again, we'll talk about India. India is having multi-party system. Yes, it means we have a wider choice, either this party or that or another party. So we can choose any party. We have a very vast choice, and in our country elections are held in a free and fair atmosphere. Choice is very much important, but at the same time the voters should be free to express their choice, and in our country this free and fair elections are being conducted by an independent body known as Election Commission. Okay, so that is why we call India a democratic country, because in our elections elections offer a choice, because we have a multi-party system and there is a fair opportunity to the people to change the current rulers, and these elections are held in a free and fair atmosphere, and that is to be ensured by the Election Commission. Now I'll give you one example which shows that the countries, though they are having election, but if elections do not give a choice to the voters, such elections will not be called as democratic elections. Okay, first we'll just see the example of China. In China there is one party rule, and children, which party ruled in China? It is the Communist Party. It is the Communist Party that ruled in China. Now, how can they have elections? They have election, but election is to choose among the leaders. Party is the same. It means there is no differences as far as ideologies are concerned. Different parties means different ideologies, as it is there in our country. Congress having different ideology, BJP is having different ideology, but in China there is one single party, so there is no ideological difference. One single party choose many candidates, and whosoever wants to stand in the election, first they have to get the approval from the Communist Party. So how can we talk about a choice when people are actually not getting a choice? Choice as far as different ideologies are concerned. There is only choice of leaders, but even those leaders are chosen by the party, the Communist Party. So how can you call those elections where no choice has been offered to the people a democratic election? Yes, so elections in China does not offer a choice, and elections which does not offer a choice will not be called a democratic election. So this does not suit to the China. So we will not call China a democratic country. One more example of fair opportunity to the people to change the current rulers. Now, example I'll take of Mexico. I'll talk about Mexico. What happened in Mexico? See, after 6 years they have their presidential election. So till 2000 there was just one party winning election every time. You can ask me that this is not the justification that if a party is winning again and again, might be people liking that party. So how can you say that this is against democracy? Why party, that PRI party won election every time? There is a reason. Because they were using dirty tricks to win the election. So such kind of elections where the party is using dirty tricks, it means the people are not being given the fair opportunity to change the current rulers. Parties forcing the people to vote for their party, the PRI party. How they were using dirty tricks? They were changing the venue of election, the booth, suddenly without any prior information. They used to tell the teachers to force the parents to give vote only to PRI party. So how can you talk about fair opportunity being given to the people to change the current rulers? So elections, though in Mexico there is a choice, there are different parties. In spite of having different parties, in spite of being given a choice to the voters, but elections were not fair because one single party was using dirty tricks to win the election. And when a party using dirty tricks, that election will not be called as the democratic election. But in our country, as I told you earlier, that in our country we have an independent body, that is the Election Commission, whose major responsibility is to conduct free and fair election. So it is the duty of the Election Commission to ensure that no such, wrong things happen during the election. No booth capturing. There is no violence during the election. Okay? They ensure that election should be in a peaceful manner. But in China, because they are not offering any choice to the voters, so we will not call that country a democratic country. And in Mexico, because the people are not being given the fair opportunity to change the current rulers, because the PRI party is not allowing the people to change them because of using dirty tricks. That is why we will not call these two countries as democratic countries, China and Mexico.